Hey, it's Manuel. Wiseling back from the dead. So is this good news? We discussed the inherent risks of centralized platforms promising high returns like Beurax, Cryptoware, and even USI Tech way back that ran off with people's money. So is Wiseling in that same category? Can't say for certain yet. And no, not every centralized program is a scam. But why give anyone a chance to run off with your money when there are decentralized platforms now doing very well where that cannot happen?
Wiseling is supposed to be back up. It was down just like the Beurax site just disappeared and Wiseling just disappeared. Everybody was really sad because they had a lot of their crypto, their funds in there, right? And this is one of those centralized programs where people can just do shenanigans and run off with their crypto. And that's what everyone thought happened. And they thought they exit scammed. And now somebody who was really deep into Wiseling says this.
Hey folks, how are you? This is Druanna, and I have some interesting news to share with you all. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. World Traveler was right. Wiseling is up, okay? Their website is up, and they're protected by the Cloudflare. I guess it's a Cloudflare server. And why it's such good news to hear about this. I was listening to one of the videos with the Jesse Singh video, and he did mention, Wiseling is very much like Beurax. They do a lot of trading, and then their site was taken down.
Okay, so let's
just
talk
out of
about
the
this.
blue.
So Joanna might be awesome and super helpful, and I'm not saying this to knock anything that Joanna is doing. I'm not, but I just want people to understand why these are so dangerous. Just because their sites back up isn't necessarily good news, because they might just end up taking more people's crypto and then running off with it. That's what these types of systems are designed to do. For those that don't know, Wiseling, Beurax, they're very similar to any model that offers really high yield returns, but they're centralized. So that's very different than what I've been talking about with energy, which is decentralized. So this website, for example, is on the blockchain. It's not on a cloud server. It can't come down. And when you get your yields, when you get energy token and they're paying you these high yields, these high returns, which you can turn that, you can go to Uniswap, a decentralized location. So the site could go down. They can't touch it. They can't access your funds. They can't prevent you from removing them. So remember Wiseling's site went down? Well, if that happened with energy, you would go to Uniswap, a decentralized huge platform that has nothing to do with energy. It allows you to swap tokens, coins for others. Like if you wanted to swap your energy token for Ethereum, like I just did yesterday, I made a bunch of energy. I wanted to swap it for Ethereum just to test this out. I really want to stake a lot of it, which means just putting it in there to get high yields, because I got like 25% yields last week. And then I turned some of that into Ethereum through Uniswap. So listen to me again. In Wiseling's case, or Beurax, or if you remember USI Tech or BitConnect, these kind of programs were centralized, which means that people could prevent you from withdrawing, prevent you from logging in and accessing your stuff, your crypto, or prevent you from requesting it, or you request it, but they don't send it, or their site goes down, right? And then they run off with your crypto. And Wiseling being back up may or may not be good news. Depends how you look at it. Because if they're just going to come and take a bunch of people's funds and do it all over again, not cool, right? So that can't happen. And again, if you're in Wiseling, if you're loving those kinds of programs, I'm not against them. I dabble in them. But what I want you to do is understand the model difference, because this is a revolution. This is a transformation in the DeFi space, decentralized banking, being able to offer high yields, high returns without it being centralized, where the funds are completely in your control. If the site goes down, it doesn't matter. You can still get them out. You can still turn them into Ethereum, Bitcoin. It's in your control. So learn about this. I'm going to put a couple links below. Understand the difference between the old models that were centralized, where you had to trust people to do what they said they were going to do, like Wiseling or Beurax or these other programs. In the end, there hasn't been a historic case where they didn't collapse or just decide to go out of business and take everyone's funds with them when they did that. Now, Wiseling being back up, it may be good news. I don't know in the short run. Long term, is it though, if more people just put their money into Wiseling and then the site goes down again? You know what I mean? So I'm not saying not to do what you don't want, whatever you want to do. I'm just saying understand the difference between that and that centralized model and the dangers of it, and this, because this is decentralized. It's historic. It's the first time in history that you can get these high yield returns, but not have to rely on people to do what they say they're going to do. It's a smart contract, which means it has to work the way it's supposed to work. It's over the blockchain. It's over the decentralized network. Nobody can do any shenanigans. And even if the site did go down, you can still access your funds. And even if Uniswap didn't exist, which is a huge success and that's very unlikely, but you could still just do it straight through the blockchain with your MetaMask wallet or with your Ethereum wallet that's in your control. So this is a powerful revolution, to be sure. Huge returns, and no one can ever do any shenanigans. And if the site goes down, it doesn't matter, and nobody can ever prevent you from accessing your funds. And it's actually based on where it's going is they're building apps. There's already one, we're looking at it, that require energy token to use. And they even are going to have another income stream where you can get into the pool of all that energy token that's being used to use those dApps is being shared between those that have staking. Guys, this is a absolute revolution, transformation in DeFi. And it's also great news for those that have been loving those high returns, high yields from Wiseling, from Beurax, but who are tired of not having control, who are tired of seeing it in the end, having their crypto being stolen. So look at a decentralized option at the very least. I'm not telling you what to do. If you love Wiseling, if you love these types of models, keep doing it. I'm not saying I'll never dabble in them. I might, but I know they're high risk. And I know if I stay in them long enough, I'm going to lose everything, just like a casino. That's not the case with energy. That's not the case with this decentralized model. I'll put some links below, learn about it, understand the difference, and invest wisely.